He used to light up any room that he'd walk into. He'd be making everyone laugh. He was really funny and well liked as well, a good, decent person, and nothing seemed to bother him either at all. He always seemed to land on his feet until one day he was just gone, and gone forever. It was really sad, and there was just nothing but silence, nothingness. And that's the thing with men today. A lot of them out there are struggling until it's too late. Most people are avoiding this conversation, but every single year, thousands of men out there are taking their own lives. And in the UK alone, suicide is the biggest killer of men under the age of 50. It's not heart disease, it's not cancer, it's not even violence, it's suicide. And yet, we barely even talk about it, do we? We avoid the conversation. And the truth is, most people don't even see the warning signs, do they? Because there aren't any. Because men have been taught to shut up and be silent and to man up and carry their pain. And how do I know about these things? 4 people that I know, all men, all in the 30s, have committed suicide. So let's get into why a lot of men out there are just struggling in silence. And it's basically, it comes from this emotional suppression. And this emotional suppression is taught to us early in life when we're young boys. And we're taught basically, no crying, don't be feeling, and don't express what's hurting you. Don't be a girl, basically. That's what they kind of say. And that leads to us bottling things up. But eventually, these bottles are just filling up and filling up and filling up. And eventually, they explode. So next up, we have the fear of being judged. And what is that going to look like? A man might have something that's really bothering him, and then he dares to speak up about it. He dares to express himself. He dares to say what he actually feels. And then what a lot of the time can happen, if it's around mates, for example, their comments will just be laughed off. All his mates will laugh at him, for instance. Or he'll share something with his partner and she'll just brush it off like it's nothing. And a lot of the time, the man can be deemed to be weak just by expressing his emotions, for example. So what happens after that? Well, we shut down, don't we? We stop talking. So a lot of men out there can end up feeling isolated, where they don't have any emotionally secure friendships, let's say. And what's this going to look like? A man can have a large group of friends. It's all good. They have laughs, they have jokes, they take the piss, they talk about the football, have a few beers, this, that, the other. But all the time that no one's checking on each other. No one's got each other's back. So next up is the pressure to provide. And sometimes in a man's life, he might be struggling financially, and he could be, let's say, failing in his career. He might not be earning as much as he'd like to. And then that can lead to you feeling like you're letting your family down, you're letting your partner down. And that can then lead to deep feelings of worthlessness. So for a lot of guys out there, we never want to seek help, do we? We just want to deal with everything ourselves. And looking at something like therapy, we're not even going to consider it, because we have to feel like we have to fix things ourselves. And when we can't, that's when shame kicks in. So if you're struggling at the moment, please do reach out. And remember this, you're not alone. Any UK viewers out there can contact the Samaritans on 116 123. This is a free 24/7 confidential helpline. And for anyone living in any other countries, there is findahelpline.com. If any of my videos have resonated with you, then please leave a comment. I will reply and help you the best I can. If you can, subscribe and join the tribe, because I'm going to carry on creating more helpful content. So in my opinion, most men don't just take their lives just because they want to die. They're doing it because they don't see another way out. They're in too much pain. They're finding it overbearing. They just want to stop the pain, basically. And this isn't about weakness, by the way. It's more about exhaustion. It's about years and years of holding in what should have been let out. It's about feeling invisible, feeling replaceable, or simply broken down beyond repair. So what we're going to do about this? What needs to change? Let's think about that. Well, to begin with, we need to change how we actually talk to men. We need to think about how we raise young men, and we need to define what true strength is. And real strength isn't in the silence, is it? It's more about honesty, it's more about being genuine, and it's having the balls and the courage to say, I'm not okay, and then that being met with true compassion instead of shame, instead of being put down. We also need to check in with the men in our lives, don't we? And how we're going to do this. So if they seem off, they seem a bit down, ask them twice if they're okay. Listen to them, genuinely listen to them in a deeper fashion. If anyone out there is watching this and you're in that really dark place, I want you to know this and hear me clearly. You are not alone. And this doesn't make you weak at all, by the way, just to say that you're struggling. It makes you human. And remember this, no one's perfect, and you do deserve help, and you deserve to live a life that doesn't feel like it's a constant survival, like you're on the edge all the time. So if you need to, call someone, a friend, a therapist, or if you don't have anyone at all to call, there's the Samaritans at 116 123, where there's no judgment, just a human voice that cares, that can speak to you, and it's free, by the way. And please remember this, you matter more than you know. Your story isn't over yet. Keep going and don't give up. If anyone out there cares about this message, then please share it. This could potentially really help someone. It could even save someone's life. Comment below if you've had any experiences or perspectives, or you're struggling in life. Then share your story with the community that I'm trying to build. I'll help you the best way I can. If you want to see more content like this, then subscribe and join the tribe. Thank you for your time, and goodbye.